Holy Ghost feel. Fire. I'm so glad. Come on, clap your hands. I'm so glad I'm sanctified.
When you're in a world of trouble. Let me back up and say that again. There is something to be said about people who show up when you're in a world of trouble. And I don't guess it would take a rocket scientist to see that according to this particular text that's been tailored for tinkering, that Jesus finds himself in a world of trouble. It is that fretful, fateful Friday, and this fella is being fashioned as a felon as he hangs in the public in front of watchful, waiting wanderers. He has been beaten, broken, battered, and bruised on his way to Calvary's rugged brow. And here he is, Big Mama says, standing tall, stretched wide, has a 120-pound patibulum on his back, and has his feet crossed against a sedalia as the eastern sun has burned off his eyelashes and dried up his tear ducts, and folks have gathered around just to see. I wish I felt a little better here, though. There's something to be said about folk who show up when you find yourself in a world of trouble. Can I talk to you a little while? I'm getting ready to slip into my seat. You got two classes of people. They fit in two categories. Can I talk to you? You got those who show up to see. You're looking, but you ain't listening. Let me renegotiate so I can re-navigate, so I can recommunicate, so I can recapitulate. They show up so they can see. And there's always somebody who shows up when you're in trouble so they can see the situation. Am I talking to the right one? Did I say anything wrong? They're always showing up so they can see. There's always some observation going on when you're in trouble. Isn't it amazing that the church will be empty till you hear about some trouble going on with the preacher, and the next Sunday it's full of seers, and it's a shame that a whole lot of folk who blind can't even see. Y'all sit on down, get yourself together. I'm old like Poppy. I ain't in no hurry. This is my 12th sermon in 8 days. I'm a little tired. There's a whole lot of folk who showing up so they can get a good look at the situation. But the real truth is that they don't really know what they're looking at. And watch this here. Around the circumference of this particular dying spot, you've got some folk who showed up just so they can see. Can I fold it up and lay it up on your dresser and tell you it's a whole bunch of Negroes up in here tonight who just showed up so they can see. You know what? Tell your neighbor what you're looking at. All right, here we go. Let me move on to the next thing. Not only do you have, hey, little brother, not only do you have some seers, but then the text is careful, quick, committed, and concise to put in our care and keeping that you got some sayers. All right, you got some who came to view it, but then you got some others who came to verbalize it. Ain't nobody saying nothing up in here. And watch this here. You got two classes of folk in church. You got some folk always looking and ain't saying nothing, but then you got a whole bunch who always saying something and ain't looking. I wish I had some noise in here. You got some folk always got their mouth open. And I'm preaching to the right ones up in here. You got some spectators, but then you got some instigators. Yeah, and around the foot of the cross, you got some spectators, but then you got some instigators. And I need to tell you, I want to talk a little bit about the instigators. I'm going to blow me again, and I'm going to get away from here. These instigators showed up so they could clown Jesus. And we got a whole bunch of church instigators who just like agitators They clown Jesus. First of all, wait a minute, KC, you're going to make me happy. I'm going to do the train to happy now. You didn't let me get my holler out this morning. They clowned him with their presence. The text says, first of all, they showed up. And some folk, Dr. Petty, make a clown out of themselves just by showing up. How dare you sentence him and then come to see about him? How dare you want to kill him and then make like you care about him? Y'all don't know nothing about marriage like that's old school. Big mama say that's pretending. And we got a whole bunch of pretenders up in church. Their dog didn't want to do for you. Their pressure didn't want to cover you. I wish I had some help up in here. They'll mishandle you and didn't want to hug you. You better watch out for the folk who came to see you, but keep your eye on the folk who came to say. They came to see the suffering. You looking, but you ain't listening. They came to see the suffering. Now let me say this right here, and then I'm going away from here. It was the Persians who invented crucifixion, but it was the Romans who perfected it. And they had to come set it to make sure that they was doing it right. And you know, it's some dirty dudes determined for dusty duty up in the church. Not only do they want to dog you, but they want to make sure it's being done right. Let me move away from here because I'm about to get happy. They clowned him with their presence because they wanted to see him suffer, but then they clowned him with their participation. The text says they offered him some vinegar, Big Mama said some vinegard, mingled with gall, which was a type of anesthesia, a type of pain-killing panacea. It was akin to a nerve-numbing narcotic in order to help to ease the pain. Now, watch this right here. They wasn't trying to ease the pain in as much as they were trying to prolong the agony. But they weren't trying to ease the pain in as much as they were trying to prolong the agony. And a whole lot of folks won't show up to you, and they're trying to offer you a push-button panacea for your existential dilemma just so they can prolong your agony. They don't want to see it be over with just yet. And can't you see him looking up saying, he's bleeding, but he ain't bleeding from everywhere. Let's give him something to try to help him out right now, and that'll make him last a little while longer. They clowned him with his presence, with their presence. They clowned him with their participation, but I'm going to tell you, they clowned him in their proclamation. They said that you claim to be the king. You're the king. You have some power. You got the power. You'll be able to save yourself. I wish I felt that little. That proclamation suggests to me that they were inconsiderate of the incarnate. Yeah, Pierre said to us, he could not save himself because his mission was for everybody else. Witness in here tonight, I'm going to knock seat in here tonight. I need to tell you that Jesus, he came Oh, Lord, I need to tell y'all tonight, he didn't come here to heal, he came here to save. He didn't come here to open up blinded eyes. He came here to save. He didn't come here to walk on the water. He came here to save. I want to leave y'all here tonight when I tell y'all I was on the list of those who came to be saved. I gotta go by in here when I tell y'all my little story tonight. You said that when Jesus was hanging up on the cross, that there was a little boy at the foot of the cross, and he was holding his daddy's hand. Give me your hand, Pat. And he kept looking up at his daddy, and that little boy had tears in his eyes. And daddy said, Junior, what you crying about? And that boy said, that's our wood that fellow's hanging on. And his daddy said, how do you know that that's our wood that man is hanging on? And the little boy said, when he came down our street, that piece of wood that they put on his back, that's the piece that I wrote our name on. So daddy, our name is up on the wood. I'm going on to my feet. I need to tell y'all, our name is up on the wood. You ought to shake a neighbor's hand and tell them, neighbor, my name is on the wood. Listen, yes, I love you, man. Hey, all right, I'm going on to my feet.